All right, ladies and gentlemen, you're welcome to another great session with the presidential candidate of the fictional Common Sense People's Party. Now, after the Supreme Court judgment, many political commentators and judiciary watchdogs declared publicly that the integrity of the Nigerian judiciary had been totally eroded. But people like the CJN, Olukayode Ariwola, and the president of the Nigerian Bar Association, Yakubu Miyakau-san, came out and demanded that Nigerians accord the judiciary more respect. First of all, they got humiliating responses from Nigerians for those statements, to the point that the NBA president had to lock his comment section on Twitter. Secondly, the Nigerian judiciary has descended to a new low after then. Judges began ruling out more verdicts that totally show that justice is for sale in Nigeria. One of the decisions was the ruling at TINUBU tribunal, where NYSC came to court and testified that the NYSC discharge certificate that Peter Mbah presented was not issued by NYSC, but the court said, shut up, NYSC issued it. Then came the Kano judgment, where the certified true copy CTC of judgment said NMPP won, but the presiding judge announced APC. And now the certified true copy CTC of the OBI versus TINUBU Supreme Court case has another very shocking revelation. Ladies and gentlemen, there was no judgment. These guys just sat down and came up with a sham of a document that totally contradicts what a legal judgment represents anywhere in the world. Before I show you what happened there, let me quickly share this update where it was revealed that federal government of Nigeria spent more on security dogs than Nigerians remanded in custody. And the papers reported it like this: FG spends 750 naira feeding each prisoner daily, 800 naira on one dog, says NCOS. And let's look at how Adams Oshomole reacted to it.
An unconvicted Nigeria who is presumed innocent in law. You feed that innocent who is presumed innocent with 750 naira a day at 250 naira per meal. And then a dog, which may be a Nigerian dog or an imported dog, you feed the dog with at least 800 naira a day. So a dog is better fed in Nigeria prison than an innocent Nigerian who is held in your custody. Whether it is the intention of government to appropriate more money to feed animals than to feed human beings. And that is a major policy issue for us.
Now, first of all, I can tell you authoritatively that the figure quoted for the dogs is not even true. Those dogs are actually fed with more than 800 naira per day. I can swear on that. These are the same people who wanted to give a household 8,000 naira per month. Now, let us imagine that we have a household of 4 people, 8,000 naira per month. Do the math. 8,000 naira for 4 people is about 2,000 naira for one person. And 2,000 naira over 30 days in a month is about 66 naira per day for the average Nigerian, but 800 naira for a dog. Have you now seen how the APC views the average Nigerian? Have you now seen that these people place the common man even less than animals? What a shame. Now, let us look at how this respected Labour Party chieftain revealed the fraud in the CTC of OBI versus TINUBU ruling. Please listen attentively while watching this video.
Oh, well, let me confirm that we received the CTC of the judgment. Our legal team alerted us to this. Let me also confirm that the lead judgment as delivered by Justice John Inyango Koro was exactly what he announced at the court. And then, while saying this, it will be important to educate us on what constitutes a legal and constitutional judgment by any court. First of all, the court has no power to insert in its written judgment any decision that it did not announce in the court. And I'm talking about section 36, subsection 3 of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. If a court does that, it has egregiously infringed on the fundamental human right of a party to fair hearing. The section provides every proceeding of the court, including the decision of the court, shall be announced in the open court, and that's pronounced. Then, by section 294, subsection 1, every decision of the court must be in writing, meaning whatever you are pronouncing or announcing in the court must have been in writing. And after that, the court becomes functus officio. You do not have any right to add or remove anything on it. I want to point out also that any court that is constituted by more than a judge means that the decision of the court will now be done by majority of the members. The Supreme Court was constituted by 7 judges in our appeal, and the leading judgment was very clear. They said every issue in OBI's case has been, according to Justice Muhammad Lawal Gaba, he said, has been comprehensively, completely, effectively, and totally dealt with in Atiku's case. And there was no reason for them to reiterate anything again. That was what Justice Inyang said. And he even went further to berate the appellants that they ought not to have even brought issue 4. Because, according to them, in the earlier case of PDP and INEC, they have taken decision. Now, reading the entire CTC judgment of the 7 judges, I was surprised to see some issues in the judgment of 3 justices of the Supreme Court that was not announced in the court. I was there in the court. The issue of forfeiture of $460,000 US, which was proceeds of narcotics. Now, this is the broad way judgment goes. In any judgment that involves majority of judges, they must sit before the judgment day. They will elect the person that will write the leading judgment. And in that leading judgment, all issues must be decided. And it is when more numbers of the judges concur to the issues, that is how leading judgment comes. Now, those 3 judges that wrote the forfeiture issue in their judgment, where did they get that issue from? Because it was never mentioned in the leading judgment. Because you either concur or you dissent. Now, assuming without conceding that they even announced it, 3 justices, they are minority. Because it would have been better they didn't even mention anything about it. So does it mean now that the majority of the judges have now ruled against the 3 judges? So this judgment, as far as I'm concerned, broke every issue of the ingredients of a judgment of a court.
You heard him. That was the ever-brilliant barrister Kenneth Okonkwo setting the record straight there. There is nowhere in the world where in a panel made up of 7 justices, 3 would rule over a matter and that ruling will be adopted as judgment. That is sacrilegious. It is not done anywhere in the world. Now, some people may say, well, they did it and they got away with it. So what is the essence of the video? Well, let me explain. Frankly speaking, many Nigerians are gullible. They believed the pronouncements of the Supreme Court to be true until we began to educate them of the fraud in it. You may be smart enough to have known that from the get-go, but not everyone is very smart. It is videos like these that open some eyes. And eye-opening to what end, you may also ask. We believe that the day of reckoning will come, and we will need as many angry Nigerians as possible to get, and we will need as many angry Nigerians as possible. Now, to get them prepared with the required measure of anger and readiness, we need to continue to educate them on the crimes of their opponents so they can have an unflinching desire to conquer them. I hope you understand this message. And if you don't, please listen again. Anyway, make I leave am here. Make I still enter town. Make I go get some ogbonge political news wey una go like. Why? Because of una. Now I dey here. So, don't go away.